NoDQ.com.
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 NoDQ.com. NoDQ.com.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to episode number 948 of NoDQ&A video here on YouTube. If you've noticed the shorter length of this video, that's because this is the short version of NoDQ&A video. Because of the situation with the YouTube advertising, I am going to be doing this format for the time being. I will continue to post short versions of NoDQ&A video on the YouTube channel for the subscribers, but if you would like to watch the longer version, go to NoDQ.com. I will have a direct link in the description box, and the videos will be in the features section on NoDQ.com. You can also leave me comments on the site. I'm replying to as many people as possible. And with that being said, let's get down to the questions. First question comes from Deplorable Hamp. If WWE does the Broken Hardy gimmick, will they introduce it like it's a new thing or pick up where TNA left off? I definitely think WWE will reintroduce it and do it as something new. This is something that I talked about a few months ago. I think that it would be best to redo the gimmick in WWE, start from scratch, do some sort of angle that causes the Hardys to become broken rather than reference TNA, because let's face it, most casual fans do not watch TNA, most casual fans of WWE. They are not familiar with the broken gimmick. The reason the Hardys got such a strong reaction at WrestleMania and Raw the next night is because of the fact that most of those fans in the building, in the stadium, are hardcore wrestling fans, and they are familiar with the broken Hardys gimmick, whether it's TNA or the Indies. But when you go to a random city, a lot of the fans are not going to be familiar with that broken gimmick, and they're going to be confused if the Hardys are coming out there and doing the delete chants and acting weird. Why is Matt Hardy talking with an accent? So I think it definitely makes the most sense to do a new storyline and redevelop the broken gimmick, which I think there's a good chance it will happen soon. This one comes from Moneymaker. Reports are saying the Hardys are going to split soon rather than later, and Vince being high on Jeff might mean another world title. I could see WWE splitting up Matt and Jeff, but I feel that the team has the most value together rather than apart. Jeff Hardy, of course, had a tremendous singles run, but who knows if he can really keep up with the full-time schedule doing a singles run. When you're in a tag team, you have the other guy to work with and carry some of the workload. I'm not sure if that's something that Jeff Hardy would want to do at this stage of his life. Now, if the money's there and WWE wants to go all the way with it, that might be something that is difficult for Jeff Hardy to turn down. I think the best thing to do is to let the duo become broken together, see how that plays out for several months, and then maybe at some point you can consider splitting them up. If the team is working out really well in WWE, then maybe there's some mileage to separate them and have them go their separate ways and see if you can get additional singles runs out of both of them. I mean, Matt Hardy arguably has really become even bigger of a star than Jeff Hardy over the last year or two with this broken Matt Hardy gimmick. I mean, it's really his baby, and Jeff has just kind of gone along with it. So maybe there's potential for Matt Hardy to maybe even become world champion. Who knows? You never know how far this broken gimmick will go if you give it the opportunity to succeed on a big stage. So we'll see. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered about how well this will do with a mainstream audience. Because yeah, it did work in TNA, but that's also with your most die-hard wrestling fans. Will the mainstream fans accept the gimmick like the hardcore fans did? This one comes from Oscar. With reports of Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton now non-title, why even have the match? The point of the match is to settle the feud between these guys. It's funny because the WWE title has almost become a backdrop, and the focal point has been based around the idea that they're going to have this House of Horrors match, whatever that is, and I'm almost scared to think about what it's going to end up being. It's an interesting situation. It seems like WWE was planning to do this match for the WWE title, but then Bray Wyatt ended up going to Raw. Now, there are reports out there that this was a last-minute decision, that AJ Styles was originally going to be the top SmackDown star going to Raw, and WWE changed plans and went with Bray instead. That would make sense. Bray going to Raw at the last minute, and WWE doesn't want this match to be too predictable, so make it non-title. That way, Bray Wyatt can win, and you don't screw everything up with Bray bringing the WWE title to Raw. And they're already doing this thing with Jericho. If he wins the title, the US title, he's going to SmackDown Live. It's all confusing right now. And who knows, maybe the WWE title will be on the line. Last time I checked, there was no mention of it being on the line on WWE's website. But at this point, it's not even a focal point. It doesn't even matter if the title is on the line or not. The whole build to this match is around the House of Horrors stipulation, and we still don't know what that is going to be for sure.